the same thing and keep restarting until they get transcoding. Because reasons. Reload. There we go. We got transcoding. Yay. Okay, time for a bit of social mediaing, I think. Yes. It's been a while I've managed to get the Sunday one done. A couple of weeks, actually. So, yes. As luck would have it, we're okay for this one. No idea who may be in chat as yet, but okay. Let's do Bookface. Okay, there's one Bookface done. Twitter is twitted. Discord is discorded. Right, okay, time to get into game then. I would say. Yes, it is. Soto Mohoney, hello from Omni 3. Indeed, yes. Good to see you. How the devil are you? You're the only one here, so you're only spying on me, you evil Omni. Yes, I'm not sure what's going on with this stream this evening. Let's proceed to the live screen. There we go. I made a light diffuser from a kitchen towel. Literally just made like an upside down parachute. Stuck it to the naked bulb. I'll get something proper in the week, I guess. Enzleric, welcome to the stream. Yes, if you... There you go. Hi. Hi, yes, it's Captain Birdseye here in real life, yes. Because someone was watching the stream for about 30 minutes yesterday before they realised, oh, there's a camera. Santa, yes, it's Santa. Pulling Zod soon. Ah, right, okay. I thought I wouldn't make it for real Pand. I thought I would only have time for to the one. Ah, you doofus, you just went out the wrong exit. Derp, 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 derp. It's alright. Still get there. Hope we get a stream dressed like Santa for Christmas. That is a possibility, actually. It's the kind of silly thing I would do. Santa, hi, beautiful noobs. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Apparently you're all noobs. You noob. It's for real, Pand. Yeah, I thought I would only be in time for Sector 42. To be honest, I did not think I would has the time for the rest. But thankfully, as I'm on keeper, I can be a bit risky with which route I run along. I could have gone straight out frontier. It would have been way, way better. However, I kind of foobarred there, but never mind. We will fix it. I can run through all these dangerous looking mobs on the keeper and get away with it. Because keeper. I have to say, the lava looks kind of boring on the old engine compared to the new engine. Hi, ugly twink. Ooh! Shots fired! My God. Oh, because Vulpu said, hello, beautiful noobs. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Raid is locked, so I cannot join the raid. Well, never mind. Sav taunted Vulpu for 5,000 points of Vulpu just doesn't care. Yes, I haven't been wearing this since yesterday. I took this off after the stream and put my scruffy t-shirt on and then decided to hang it on a hanger and then get it out for the next stream instead, in the hope that Zinzig actually watches the stream and then he gets to see the t-shirt he sent me. Vulpu gets internal aggro. Yeah, someone in the new player help was asking about something or other, and I said, yeah, well, you can play Shade with 3 keys as far as perk attacks goes. And someone went, hooking all those perks to 3 keys, laughing my arse off. And it's like, yes, I am quite serious. I sent him the guide. I has the feeling he's going to watch it and go, oh, because of the interdependencies between each perk. Yeah, it works. Yeah, so. Tell HodorRaid. Join? Raid? And watch where you're going. Is it all one? No? Weird. You're already in the channel. Oh, of course, yes. There we go. LFT, HodorRaid. I'm not bothered about points or whatever. That's a lot of bodies. Yes, it is. That's what I like to see on one of these raids, is plenty of people. I take it you've already gone down and through. You're at Virgo, so... Yay! We made it. Yay! Bujilang Kai... What? Ugh, eyes. Kai... I can't pronounce that. Kayata? Or Kayat? Kayata? Has followed. Thank you very much for the follow. Now, have you been naughty or nice? Need to trim the beard. Yeah, I could figure it out by the loot that was being rolled. Like, well, you have to be at the left Zod. Callers. Oh, you fool. Right, there you go. Oh, one part of my cleverly arranged light diffuser, which is a kitchen tap, it's just disconnected. I don't know why. It's not like LED bulbs get hot, is it? Oh yeah, the whole thing's coming off now. Hang on. Right, there we go. Light diffuser back on. If it falls off again, I'm just going to ignore it. Like, literally. Nearly passed away. What, did you get into trouble running through Enslerich? Or... So it was Kai who followed, but you were already subscribed. Did someone donate a subsidy? Oh, that's cool. Oh, it's so much easier to run the walls when you're not a big pussycat. And you don't disappear, your camera doesn't disappear into geometry and leave you there. Oh, it was the pack, but not so many AoEs from mobs. Yeah, when they start with the nukes, it's if you're not on a quite defensive tune, it's pretty painful. Yes, I has died many times trying in the past. Oh man, I remember helping her out when she just started. Oh, is someone on screen, you mean? I've made an adjustment to some of the stream settings, at like a technical level. Possibly, it should be something that you see that you don't get the crushed blacks. You see, when I record at full dynamic range, but for broadcast with only, what is it, 6 meg a second that Twitch allows, it just gets crushed. So I've set it to limited, done a couple of tests on recording. It looks okay, but it stops it being like overly dark in places and overly bright in others. At least for you guys, I'm still seeing it in like full colour range on my screen, but is it looking okay on screen for you guys? It should do, as long as it's remembered the setting. There's another thing Streamlabs OBS tends to forget. Is any changes to the settings you made since the last time? It's about as finicky as Anarchy Online, which is why I don't complain about it. So I'm so used to like, oh, I changed all the settings but I didn't log off. You know, the kind of lunacy of that is like, yeah, we're used to that kind of rubbish, don't worry. Lots of white pixels in the lower left. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, there will be lots and lots of white pixels. Yep, pretty much. A bit of and some pink ones in the middle. Yeah, I know I've got grey hair. I'm just glad it stayed on my head. If I had the choice of going grey or going bald, I'd pick grey. I would. Toto, thanks again for yesterday, brother. We're sharing the video of the meeting with folks and things will be ramping up soon, it seems. Oh, very good. Yeah, I mean, you know, use the times, and you know how to do timestamps for YouTube vids and all that, I guess. For that section of the video, you'll have to do hours, minutes, and seconds. But yeah, share away. There's no restriction on embedding or anything like that, so it's all. I'm fine with that. The way to create it for yourself is use it in a comment on YouTube, and then right-click the comment where you get the hyperlink from the timestamp you've written, and then you should be able to copy and paste that, or share at, and then click the option share at, you know, whatever time the bar is at. Because it's not like a separated video, although technically I could separate it out into one video, maybe. It'll take a while though. Just link with the timestamps, yeah. If you want something that just goes straight into it, if you make a comment on the video with the timestamp you want, and then just right-click that timestamp, and then you can just copy-paste that anywhere. I can't believe I have an itchy ear already. I'm sure it's these headphones. They're so old. They're probably... There's like an entire civilization of bacteria living in them. I mean, I do clean them and spray them, and, you know, but... Yeah, whatever works for you. I'm totally cool. You want to lift any screenshots, whatever. Nope, totally cool with it. I still need to put some time aside and finish editing the playfield with RTX and everything else on it. It's sat on my hard drive, but trying to do it at 4K is like, oh my god, my system is just going... It's barely... I can't even scrub the timeline. I record it at such a high bitrate, so I could upload it at 4K. It's like... My system is not built for editing 4K video. It's just not. Naughty Smith is Pande over, yeah. Yes, we're real panding now, I'm afraid. Scuttlebutt is there will be follow-ups for both Omnis and Clans after yesterday. We'll keep you posted. Ooh, cool. Hellgear. What are you spanking? I see legs and a tail. The Night Heart. A mob that drops intelligent... he's like a gatekeeper in Pandemonium. He drops intelligent and other symbionts, and also ability NCU belt. Don't think there's anything much else he drops, is there? He drops intelligent, cogniscient, and a few random, you know, sorted higher level ones. That's the remains of him there. If he dropped a belt, they would have already been rolling for it, because the belt is a no drop, so we do it straight away. If it's symbiont, someone just lifts all the symbionts and does them after the beast kill, so as not to slow the raid right down. Oh, the red belt dropped. There you go. Someone will be rolling on that. So you can see there, Hellgear. People are rolling on it. There you go. He won Mars Red Belt of Double Prudence, which, unmodified, gives you 6 slots as normal, and 50 to Stamina and Strength. 70 to Stamina and Strength if you upgrade it by clicking it with the multicoloured screwdriver, which drops in the Zan areas, so Vortex, Mitar and 12-man. Nope, after the tank. We jolly well go. And the big thing with legs and whatnot now is... Don't see Matt, should be able to... We'll be on him in a second. I'll be able to read his name then. At the moment we're killing... Oh, just lost Chestnuts. I was trying to hit first aid on him, but... I think I'm in a team of lower players, maybe, given the amount of damage they're taking. There you go, the Senior Subjugator. He doesn't actually drop anything, but he's like a gateway keeper. He drops the porthole that you need to progress further into Pandemonium. For those of you who do not know, there we go. He has a lot of HP, but we have a lot of damage. Yes, and also it is Dio this evening, and all this week. Trying desperately to... There you go. Energy Vortex. various mobs have various kind of debuffs and such. So, like, pinks will heal everything. The blues will stop you using complete healing line, although not that much of a problem. And the spider dudes will nuke you to death. Hizzies are just like the trash mobs of Pande. if anything is a trash mob, you know. Oh, blues also full auto, do they? My god. Goodbye! Grandson's been staying with us for a few days and is now heading off home. Whilst I'm up here streaming. So this is the last portal boss before you get to the actual beast. He just teleported me to his feet. I'm glad I'm on this tomb. That's where they used to be taken down after pinks. Few blue FAs could insta-kill the tank earlier. That's true, yeah, before, you know, people got quite so powerful. Pinks, though, will just keep you there all day. What used to happen was pinks were calmed and then killed after other mobs to prevent them keeping them up, but subsequently, people, you know, there's been quite a lot of power creep in the game. You know, players have gotten more and more powerful. Damage, weapons, resists, and everything else. So over time, it's become quite manageable. But in the day, even like 60 people coming in here could get wiped trying to get to the beast. And that used to be quite an exciting raid. Yes, it did. Yeah, more powerful and more experienced, yeah. I think the earliest video I have on YouTube from like 2007, which was literally transferred from the old Google video, if you remember that. I put the video up in like 2004 or something, and then Google bought YouTube and said, "We're closing down Google Video. Would you like to transfer your videos to YouTube," which we've just bought? And I was like, oh yeah, I've watched some stuff on YouTube, it seems pretty good. And that's when the channel started, basically. And I just made the videos which had cool music on them at the time. It's gone now because, you know, copyright, yada yada. I just made them to sort of advertise Storm on the front page of the old website we had. Right, proc reminder. Because when you zone in here, your procs stop running. Why they stop running? I couldn't tell you. And that used to be the toughest boss in the game. Once. Used to be considered. I think it's Eumenides at the moment. Although he's not actually the toughest mob, but he is definitely the hardest fight. And it's mainly because of the mechanics he has. Make him really tricky. He's very unpredictable. So even if you know exactly what to do and when, you can still come very unstuck with him, you know? Yay, I'm a spirit in a dress. Go me. Yeah, looking at the stream, there's a lot less crushed blacks, etc. So that's good. No heals for you. I got teleported again. I must be hitting fairly hard then. That's happening. Gamel1111. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Mordos, remember the old days, 50 to 100 players in Pande raids? I do remember them. I was there. Like I was saying, that video, yeah. You'll see them. The old names. All there. Ranged players are so much better at clearing the ads from here. Always a pleasure to see you, Gamel. How are you this evening? You've had your dinner this evening? Because you're on the main computer, we can tell. I still don't get why you've got two different logins for different computers. Is it a work computer, the other one, or something? Jackets in the oven. Oh, you're having jacket potatoes? Nice. That's it. And the beast drops all manner of shiny things that I don't need on this character, and I can't get another character here because it's real Pande and the portholes will have dissipated and gone. So right, the next thing that would be on the menu would be Sector 42. Yeah, the blacks aren't crushed anymore, are they? So even though it's dark on screen, you can actually see fairly well. And that's how it looks on my outgoing Streamlabs screen. Let's have a quick look on Twitch itself. Stand by for echo. Yeah, there you go. Echo. Echo. Yep, it did. He got a sneaky second account. Yeah, on my screen, I'm on an IPS monitor, so I'm in 10-bit color, etc. So I think it looks amazing, and then and then you look at your outgoing stream and go, "Oh my god, it's so compressed." Maupic, I'm amazed AO is still going, not played in 14, 15 years. Yeah, that's generally true of a lot of people that seem to return. Over the course of 2020, working from home, etc., a lot of people came back to AO. I think a lot of games it happened with as well. People, oh, what was that game I used to play? Now I've got all this, time available and I'm stuck at home with nothing to do and nowhere to go. Wow, 1,000 points for a buck. So it just sort of became a thing, I think. Loads of people came back last year and a massive percentage of them have stayed, carried on playing, Made new characters, made new friends. I've gone the wrong way. It has been like a couple of weeks since I've been able to do a Sector 42. Somehow you can't use the Twitch app on mobile without an account, which is really weird. I think it's to stop botting, Sav. Possibly. I don't know. I mean, you can watch Twitch on Chrome via a mobile phone. I've done that before. But the Twitch app is better. Not that I don't watch a lot of stuff on my phone. I don't like a little tiny screen to squint at my age. I'm like... but not in the app. Yeah, I think it's just... I mean, botting is bad enough as it is. On a tablet it would be nice. Yeah, I guess. Have we got time to do Dio? How long before... What time is Sector 42 at? $55 minutes. Do you think that's enough time for a Dio run? Sector 42 in half an hour. Savik says 55 minutes. Mardoj says 55 minutes. It says here 1900 hours, which is 55 minutes from now, because these are UTC times on the screen there. I'm off to eat a bit before Sector 42. That's a pretty good plan. Bit short for Dio. We did it in less than an hour last time. Mind you, it was longer than an hour, but we still did it in less than an hour, I think. Yeah, I'll stay here, I think, and continue my conversation with HodorRaid. How are we doing on points, actually? 8,970 raid points. Well, no, hasn't changed since yesterday. Never mind. You're coming on your fixer. Am I bidding against you again, Savik? Oh no. So how the devil is everybody? Everybody okay? You alright? You doing okay? Etc. Is the light any better? Let's go to the intermission screen for a moment. Is this light better than it was yesterday? Because all I've done is use a kitchen towel as a diffuser. I don't know if it's actually better though. Does everyone have AI30 by now? On most of my tunes, yeah. Because you do get alien dailies now. They didn't exist 15 years ago. Daily missions, it massively changed how quickly people leveled and stuff. It made it much easier for someone who maybe could only play 2 or 3 days in the week and only play for maybe an hour on those days. What it ended up being was like people there's just no way I can level anymore. If I don't catch a team in that 1 hour, that's it, and then I've got to get ready for going to work the next day, because people were growing up with this game. But what daily missions meant was you could log in on your own time, get 3 missions done and get huge chunks of XP for just those missions in a very short period of time, but you couldn't do them again until the next day. I think the lamp should be mounted a bit further forward. It's a light bulb on the ceiling, so I can't move it. Well, supposedly diffused light is better for video. I mean, it's still quite directional even with that on it, but not as bad. I've still got heavy shadows on myself, etc. Yeah, and the events we get now with give you like a week's worth of doing daily missions. So probably like 100 hours of bloody Arid Rift in an evening. Yeah, the only way that's going to work is to get actual lamps. That's like the main, like a ceiling lamp. That's all that is up there. Yeah, I mean, I could do it. I could take off. It's just on, a pendulum. I could easily just sort of fix that myself. I can fit one of those to mains wiring. I know what I'm doing with that. So I suppose I could unwire it and then tap in, run that along further over to the front of the room, I guess. I don't know, it seems a bit drastic. I made AI 14 to 18 on my MP in yesterday's event. Well, there you go. So you can see there just how much you know, time equals money equals heck juice. Yeah. What's the sub fee now? The same as it was 20 years ago. Hasn't actually changed. And, you know, you look at the cost of everything else you're buying. It's incredibly cheap, really. I mean, look at house prices, car prices, gas prices, the price of bread. You know. On the Advi, I made an Advi in June. So June 20th he was made. He's now AI 30, level 220, and nearly all his research is done. You know, so it's way faster. It's much better. You know, you can get a lot done, even if you're, you know, working for a living, and you know you got kids and all that kind of stuff. You know, because 20 years ago, you know, someone be playing in college who's in their 20s is now pretty much in their 40s. You know, with the mortgages and responsibilities and you know, bills to pay. So yeah, old schoolers AI 30 almost hate it to be so easy now. Well, I don't, and I'm as old school as it gets. It did mean something for Booyah in Storm was the first person to hit AI 30, but he lived on the timer for the city and just ground for weeks and weeks and weeks. It was unbelievable. They dangled the new engine for a long time. They did. They tried to bring out the new engine in 2007 and then realised it wasn't going to work with the game. So it was back to the drawing board. Then they tried a second graphical update. That wouldn't work after they got, you know, they worked on it for 2 or 3 years and then realised, oh crap, this just isn't going to work. And then finally, in 2015, they got one to work. This isn't it. You're just looking at regular old vanilla engine. When we only had City and APFs on timers. Yeah, it took like 50k kills to get to AI 30, yeah. The XP bar for AI levels is redonkulous. It's the same XP, I think, from 26 to 30 as it is from 0 to 26. Which is why, you know, most people got to 24, 25 and just went, done, not going to do anymore, I've had enough. That's it, you know, and in a lot of ways, I can't really blame them, you know. We're just looking at the giant beard and no game now. Yes, you are. There you go. There's not a lot happening at the moment, that's why I did that. And we were talking about the light, and I was reading chat and not really looking at anything else, so, you know. So they didn't really make... Yes, they did make a new engine. I'm just not using it right now. Lighting is an art form. Yes, it is. Lighting is an art form. I know. I'm into photography, remember, with the DSLR and stuff. I know how much lighting can cost. It has got a lot cheaper with LED technology, though. It's got massively cheaper than it used to be, you know. When you were running halogens and stuff like that, it was expensive to get the good stuff, you know. But now, with LEDs and diffusion technology advancing, it's actually made the whole thing, like, way easier, I think. He says after spending 600 quid on one camera lens, you know. Well, Mardong has preempted your question there. New engine uses a lot more computer resource. A little bit more. It's not as stable as the old. No, it's not. And the old is better for raiding. Yeah, that's it. It's because there's so many people on screen. I mean, I can show you the new engine quite easily. I'll just log off and log in with it. So I'll be back in a second. I don't even want to end up what I've spent on camera gear and drones. Oh, I haven't even started on drones. But yeah, you know how it is. A good quality lens, it makes so much difference. It really, really makes people go, oh, I can't see the difference. Open it up in Lightroom and have a good look. Do some real pixel peeping. You will really see the difference. Right, so that's us out of game. I'm now going to log in on the new engine, which is, it's only DX9, but, you know, it's surprising what you can do with it. That would be the wrong thing there. Go into ICC with the U engine and his frame rates die. Famously, yes. Because, hang on. There you go. ICC, where frame rates go to die. As I said once in one video, and then everyone said, you didn't say the line. The next time I made a video and went to ICC without actually saying it. And then it became a meme. And finally, it became a t-shirt. Someone actually made this and sent it to me. Right, so this is the new engine. First of all, we has grass. Click to the right screen, there we go. Let's say no for now, I'm not taking this guy in. So immediately you've got realistic shadows and stuff instead of just a blob on the ground. Unfortunately it's dark at the moment, so it's difficult to see anything. But yeah, you can see that things actually project light now. It's mostly lighting they've added. The view distance is longer and better. And you can play with it quite a lot. I mean, you can add all kinds of shaders to it. Like I can go nuts. I'll add ray tracing, screen space reflections. All the ground clutter and just stuff to sell the idea. This is with shaders though. This isn't the engine doing it on its own. But the frame rate does tank quite badly. Mind if I post a screenshot of the resource uses of the two engines running? Yeah, it will hit your graphics card a little harder. But don't forget to subtract what Windows is doing. And don't forget I'm also streaming from the same computer. Here's ICC. Well, in the last 3 years, they've given us last 4 years, they've given us 3 new dungeons with a bunch of new loot and stuff. A new research line called Apotheosis. So, yeah. I mean, compared to a lot of other AAA MMOs, yeah, there's a lot less going on, but the game is a lot less, you know. There's no thinking involved, no planning. AO is a game of building the toon itself, hence Let's Build a Toon video series. You know, let's go in a backyard, because in backyards it's always sunny. There we go. Some glorious sunshine. Real-time shadows and stuff. I'll turn off the extra effects I've added. So this is the new engine raw, I think. Yep. Not doing anything to it. The ground textures are a lot better as well, and they're bump mapped. For a 20-year-old game, it don't look bad. These remakes you see where everything's re-geared into a brand new graphical engine, etc. There's a lot more work going on than just copy and paste code to new engine. There's like they tried a couple of things, and you know the character models and the NPC models had too many bones, so they just couldn't really use it, you know. The upper one is the old client, the lower one is with the new engine. Yeah, it's about, one's using 7% and the other's using 12%. But obviously more memory. One's using a lot more. Oh, it's because one's active, one's not. It's hard to do both, isn't it? In Task Manager, because when you take focus off one of the clients, it stops using resources at the same rate. Let's have a look. So if I show you that. So I know that's only Windows thing. Oh, of course, as soon as I start using the game, it disappears, doesn't it? There you go. That's because I use Windows 10 debloater. Windows will use 30-40% of your system resources just to run itself and all its crap. So, you know, it's kind of like shockingly bad. Oh wait, yes, I've got the other thing, haven't I? I can use Afterburner. It's still working. I haven't used it in a long time. No, I don't want an update. Just there you go. And turn off the other one. No, it works fine. So there you go. You should be able to see that even when I come off there, shouldn't you? Yeah, it's still there. Yeah, you can see there that the GPU, hopefully you can read that, the GPU's at like 50%. If I add the shaders in as well, there you go. Now my old age GTX 980 is getting pushed pretty hard. Even the system, but that's because that's post-processing. See, normally what I would do is just run with SMAA, which is a much better anti-aliasing than the new engine offers, which is FXAA, so fast approximate anti-aliasing. Yeah, the bottom line is you can make it look bloody amazing. I'd like to see what, you know, if I had a newer GPU and system, I bet I could push it way further. Yeah, the video that used to be on the front page for Anarchy Online has actually been set to private now. Because somebody pointed out that's not the new engine. That's the one they were working on, which was the Ogre engine, which had, you know, reflective water, etc., etc., and did look really great. But they couldn't use it. So I'll go back to the other character now. The keeper. Yeah, a lot of what Big Man Force has done, he's done in editing. I gave him all my shaders, so we could do all kinds of other stuff. The stream we did on Wednesday, I think it was, we spent just me and Big Man Force in the stream, just going, oh, let's go here, and just doing stuff with Bebop. I did the narration for him in the last Bebop video. There's more of it. I only did 2 lines for the trailer. Finally got a 3080 that I had to order forever and decided not to actually buy it. Oh my god. I don't think you need one to play Anarchy online. I'd like one to play all the other games I like to play, you know. So 3 raid forces doing Sector 42 tonight. Yeah, there you go. I think it's given up the ghost of trying to log in at ICC with all the people there. So we go back to the vanilla client. You've already got a 3060. I'd be damn happy with a 3060. Way more powerful than like a 960, 980. That said, a 980 is a good card still. You know, if you only want to play 1080p, except it's pretty bloody solid. Yeah, you got a 1050 Ti. Until the end of August only. Oh, so Raid for All are in there as well. We all have one side each. Oh, I'm never getting anything, am I? I'm not gonna. There's no way I'm gonna outbid anybody if the whole of HodorRaid are all on one side. Yeah, holidays and yada yada. My 2x2 GTX 560 Ti's are running the game. God, I had a 570. That was a good card, that, you know. It did well. It lasted long. Then I got the 680 when that came out in 2012, I think. And I ran that and eventually ran it with the 670 in SLI. You need to hack system files to make it work, but you can do it. But then it runs the 680 as though it's 2 670, so you don't gain as much doing it as you might. Even made a video about it. It was when I was trying to play The Witcher 3 in 2015. So I was running 2 cards in the system. And it was really janky with Anarchy Online trying to do that. It didn't like it. Yeah, it's when you go on to, you get a new title for free off Epic or something, you go, oh, I'll try this, and you're only running, and it goes recommended settings, and it's below your native resolution at low, and you go, oh. And you're like, slightly disappointing, yes. Yeah, if you keep them dust, you know, if you keep the dust to a minimum, don't overclock the things, they'll run for a hell of a long time. You know, if you only ask them to do what they're designed to do, they will run for a very long time. That's why I've got such a mild overclock on my CPU. I can type in 4.3. It's got a soft lock on the multiplier, so I can literally type in 43, and it'll run at 4.3 gig. It runs pretty warm though, and at a voltage I'm not that comfortable with. It's still within factory spec, but I run it at factory, like the lowest factory voltage for running under load, like 1.2 something volts. And it'll run at 4 gigahertz like that all day long, totally stable, you know. So I just leave it at that. For the extra, what, 11% performance increase, it's not worth it. Yeah, there's no game out right now that I can't run with a 3060, so 10% more with a 3080 was not worth the cost, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, God. The things like that 3090 with 24 gigabytes of VRAM, I suppose if you seriously heavily mod games with, you know, massive 8K textures and stuff like that, or you're using it for content creation, there's a case to be made for it. But it's nuts. But you can literally play at 4K on that 3090 without and be nowhere near running out of VRAM, which, you know, is kind of bonkers, really. I'll probably go for a 30 series card when I upgrade, since I only upgrade every decade. Yeah, I only have the 3090 because a fan of the YouTube channel messaged me when I was trying to play Skyrim and I kept running out of VRAM, and said, hey, you know, I've just upgraded to a 1080 Ti. Do you want my old 980? And I was like, God, yeah. And he said, yeah, well, I only live a couple of miles up the road. Come and get it. I was like, wow. What an awesome dude. And he gave it to me. So that's just unbelievable, really. But it's like everything else. My monitor died on a stream one night. My old faithful, like 15-year-old, we think it was, monitor died, and I was stuck with a single monitor. I couldn't reach out, and Daylight goes, I'll get your monitor. I was like, what a dude. So I've got it now. It's not an expensive one, but the thing is, how much monitor you get for your money these days is so much more than it was when I got that one. You know, so yeah. Your laptop's probably more powerful than mine, but if you send it me, the last time someone sent me any hardware, and it was this keyboard and the spare monitor I'm looking at over there to read the chat, I got hit for import tax on it. I was like, what? Wait, what? It's got an RTX 2060 in it. Oh my god. With that, I'd have to have that, like, on top of my computer, hooked up with long cables to be able to run it. RTX 2080 in a laptop. Jeebus. Yeah, you can't buy hardware now, though. I mean, the only way you're going to get, you know, if you want to get gear, you'd have to go to, like, a system builder like Puget or someone like that to get decent gear in a PC at the moment. The same as my work laptop. There's me bumbling along on my GTX 980. And you guys are like generations of power. 2 and 3 generations of power ahead of mine. It's nuts. Yeah, some things age better than others, you know? What are you guys waiting for? We're waiting to start Sector 42. So it's due to start in about 20 odd minutes. So we're just here early, so yeah. But there's lots of people that have gone on holiday and stuff like that, so... It is what it is. I mean, do we combine with Alliance, Hodor and Raid for All? Yeah. I'm currently playing ELYON Beta. Oh, let's Google that. ELYON beta, let's have a look. I need to make videos called "Is it worth playing in this era?" or this year or whatever, because they seem to be the most popular things ever now. Closed beta video from... Go on then. Mute audio. Okay, blue hole. Okay, mechs and swords. Yeah, it looks pretty. Okay, they've got skyships. Okay, lots of flashing. Yeah, it kind of looks okay. Don't know. I mean, that Monster Hunter world looked really good, but the actual gameplay thing, I don't know. There was one Obsidian were working on that did look good. Is it Avowed or something they're calling it? That looked like, yeah, we're going to make another version of Skyrim. I can stream it on Discord if you want to see it. Yeah, maybe after this. Well, come on then. We'll try. Is it a closed beta? Have you agreed on an NDA? So far it's decent. It's Pearl Abyss. They lost Black Desert to Keiko and took over, bringing ELYON to the Western market. Oh, right, okay. It's a CBT, but I didn't see an NDA. Yeah, don't get banned before it even begins, you know. I had to be careful, you know. During the engine beta, I'd already recorded footage for it, because I knew Monsieur was going. I think we can probably release it and just leave it as an open beta, but you can play on the live server with it. And then he said, "Okay, I'm sending it to the test server." So I was like, "Cool." So as soon as it hit test live, it was like, "Right, you can talk about it now." And then an external website picked up my video and shared it. So I was like, cool. That'll do. No complaints from me, so, you know. As long as not every face looks weird with big eyes and Sonic the Snotrag's hairdo or whatever he's called. As soon as I see that, I just... Art style, you know, I know game mechanics are the most important thing and everything, and the community and everything, but if the art style bugs me, it's really hard to play it. It's like, oh, you got to try WoW. I did. I just couldn't stand the sight of it. What? Everything just looked like... I don't know, I just didn't like any of the art style for the whole game. I just did not like it. I know that's a weird, you know, kind of thing or whatever, but yeah. They will not say that about WoW anymore. WoW is dead. It's dead, is it? Okay, there's no NDA. Come on then. Are you going to DM me, or how do I watch you do anything? It's declining. You'd think though, with all, you know, how the lockdown affected like ESO and Anarchy, SOTA even, and some of the older games, that it would have actually made it busier, but apparently not. Oh yeah, they still have millions of players, but millions of players spread across thousands of servers. Starkness, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. WoW players will now know our pain. He is alive! He is alive. Amazeballs. Pleased to see you though. Nice to see you on the stream. Oh my god! Yeah. Yeah, I do. I mean, I was really grateful for Toshiro, you know, just went, I'll buy the game and an update for it for you so you can play it. And then even, like, I streamed to him what I was seeing on my screen so he could help me out. This was over Discord. And he says, oh, this is amazing. I've got, like, a private stream with you trying to play the game. And I was like, yeah. But we did for, like, 2 hours. He was going, I'm sure the thing you're looking for is down here. And we ran around the same playfield for like an hour looking for this thing, for this quest, and it was just... Ugh. But his character was just like, yeah, I'll kill that for you. Bang. It was like, you know, level 220 killing leets in the backyard. Probably, you know. It was pretty funny. But then I was like, well... can't I get these weapons on that I found? No, you have to get to this level. I was like, okay, what about weapons that are better, that you'd increase your skill? There's no skill system in front of you. So yeah, it looks good and it's got interesting mechanics. Join, okay, I'm joining. July 26th. Cell service went out. Okay. I have joined you, but how do I see what's going on? Right, can I put this on the stream or should I not? Watch stream, okay. I'm watching it now. You're going to get like a double echo. Ooh, it's stuttery. I think that's because I'm streaming as well. So it's not liking it. Okay, it does look pretty, I will say that. I need to mute that music just in case. Oh, we're okay. Okay, what does your skill system look like? Alright, okay, it does have one then. I'm just hoping I don't get any kind of... There you go, that's what I can see, guys. I hope I don't get a copyright strike for any of this music that's played. If I broadcast to you like this, you'll hear me, but you'll hear me on the stream as well. And you'll hear me like sooner on this than you do on the stream, so it'll sound kind of weird. Oh, no, didn't mean to do that. I mean, yeah, it looks kind of pretty, but I'm kind of squinting to see what's going on there. Okay, so we got giant swords, a horse that's on fire. Oh, what's your FOV? Like 100 and... Okay, so there's a bit of a power trip thing going on there. Yeah, it's interesting. It's a very big sword. Yes, it is. Who misses? Bigger than the obsidian desecrator. That's about the biggest weapon, depending on the tune you equip it on. Looks like Methin 2 with Diablo 3 skills and WoW maps. Yeah. 3 games I've never played. Yeah, it does look quite cool. Does look quite cool. But, okay. Where are we on now? Coming up. Just checking the timer in AO. Can you fly in the game? Oh, you're fast travelling now, yeah? Right, okay. I will disconnect from that. And are you? Oh, you're still going. I thought you'd logged off. Well, it looks like pandemonium, doesn't it? A little bit. I'm really hoping I don't get stung for copyright on with the music being there. Yeah, Discord streaming is not good. If there's a lot happening on screen, it can be very mushy. The stream you're viewing currently has reduced video or audio quality. This may be due to network conditions. Yes, probably because I'm also streaming as well.
Must be used on target, especially then.
Okay. It reminds me a little bit of Lineage, which I tried for a few months. It's a new game called, what's it called? ELYON or something. Or ELYON. What did he say it was called? creators of PUBG and Terror. Alright. Your character seems to be owning everything in sight. Right, I'm going to go back to game now. And leave this because I'm getting network warnings on, on the stream. So I'm hanging it up, but thanks very much for showing it to me. But I am going to have to. I can just about leave, you know, I'm not the only person on my home network. It's getting flooded. You know, remember, I'm sucking up a load of bandwidth by streaming, and then all the downward bandwidth is, you know, everybody else in the house. Yeah, I mean, it looked pretty. It's hard to gauge how it feels to play, though, you know, until you're doing that. It's just filler before the raid. Well, yeah. Well, it's cool. It's free. It's open. It's closed beta invite, is it? I think the only other one I'd maybe try would be ESO, but the problem is I'm so used to a modified, you know, modded Skyrim, I don't know if I'd like it. Because with like a modified version of Skyrim or Morrowind or Oblivion, you kind of invent your own game, whereas ESO, you can mod it to a point, but, you know... It's a bit like the Conan game, or the, you know... Oh, God. Right, there's an announcement here. Okay, there's a lot of chat back and forth about what's going on. HodorRaid, Alliance Raid, and Raid for All are doing a joint effort this week and next week due to what has been diminishing numbers and struggles to get 42 started on time, which in turn has caused Raid for All to have either delay or miss their 42 entirely. Hopefully numbers and busyness will return back to normal come September, but until then, this is how we're going to do it. Yep, there you go. I've not been watching the, you know, the back and forth chat or whatever. When people start gossiping, I just sort of switch off. Because it just turns into, follow the gourd, no, we must throw away one shoe, no, we must collect the shoes. You know, that's people just making crap up as they go along. And that's exactly what happens. Yes, the life of Brian. There is a massive system for armor improvement, gems, gem slots, threefold skill trees that completely change how your team plays, an awakened mana system, and more things I've not seen yet. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I'm not... like with Star Wars The Old Republic, I loved the single-player campaign that you did for each class. That was really good. They'd done a really good job of that. It was like a mini Knights of the Old Republic almost. You know, that was fun. That was fun to play. But then you got into the main game and it was basically WoW. You know, the same sort of mechanics. Plus, they were, to keep the servers busy, they were doing things like releasing updates so quickly. You'd be, one week you'd be at top tier in a raiding guild that has to raid 4 or 5 times a week in order to stay in that team to be doing that raid, and you'd be farming for purple stuff, like the highest quality gear to put in your, you know, your various equipment slots, so you were like, your toon was more powerful. And then like the next week they'd go, right, we've upped the, you know, the player base level from 50 to 55 and introduced this new area. where there's a ton of new, like, random green drops from the mobs that are better than the stuff you were farming a week ago. Now, if that happens once, you're kind of like, okay, yeah, cool. But that was happening, like, every 2 months, and it was just like, by the end of the year, you were just like, what am I doing? You know, so, yeah, I just got fed up of it. And people kind of complain, and you know, there's something to be said for it that, oh, it's, you know, it doesn't move quick enough in AO, but you at least get time to catch up with everyone, don't you? This game has elements from WoW, Rift, ESO, and many others. They seem to have adapted many systems from various games. Just like most new MMOs these days, yeah. I think what makes Anarchy unique is that it is unique. Literally, it's one of the first MMOs. Is it like the third one ever? Before Anarchy it was EverQuest, but before EverQuest was it Albion Online or something? Am I remembering that right? I seem to remember it was Albion Online, but I could be wrong there. Right, we should be heading out in about 4 minutes, but we'll see. Gonna get my thingamy out. We were ahead of schedule, just to see if this is all going to come off. We're west, it looks like. I don't mind which one, to be honest. Ultima Online. Then Asheron's called. No, WoW didn't come out until Anarchy Online was like 4 years old when WoW came out. Twisted on his shade. How you doing, dude? Yeah, because EverQuest, there's 2 EverQuests, isn't there? There was the original EverQuest, and then they released EverQuest 2 in around 2000, I think in the noughties, you know, so somewhere between 2001 2009. Oh, you skipped AO, right. Yeah, Ultima Online. Yeah, EverQuest, the original EverQuest though was before. Yes, I skipped AO. Rello, shame on you. Oh dear. You still play EQ1 from time to time. A lot of the people in, you know, the original members of Storm had previously played, or were still actively playing EverQuest, the original game. Right, I'm gonna get some water, I think, and maybe have a quick pee while I'm there, just in case we're here for a while longer. So I'll be back in a second. Yes, I am back. Rello, welcome to the stream, by the way. By the way, UO is free to play now if you have an old account. Ultima Online, is it? I don't think I ever played it, and if I did, God knows what the account was. Like, chances of me remembering it. I had an EQ2 account. Don't really need that on screen, do we? I had an EQ2 account. It might it was before. What browser would I have been using? Probably Firefox back then. It might still have the login details somewhere in the old Firefox files I've got backed up somewhere. The Endless Journey is free to play, but you are super limited. Right. I never got into that one. I think once I found AO, I was like, yep, this is it. You know, I got kind of blinkered with it. I like single player games outside of AO. You know, like recently this year I did Cyberpunk, bit of Skyrim, Control, Alien Isolation. That was brilliant. You know, the games that came out a little while ago, and then they crop up on like Epic and GOG and all these places for free, and you think, oh yeah, I always wanted to try that game and I never actually did. And then, you know, you kind of go, well, I can get it for free now, it's brilliant, you know, and just go play it. Like Cyberpunk, yeah, I pre-ordered it. It wasn't as good as I was hoping, but I think eventually they'll get it to become an amazing game. There is a great game in there, but I think they just tried to do too much. I really do. I think they just tried too hard to do too much. And then they're under pressure from shareholders going, why haven't you released the game? Why haven't you released the game? They're going, because it's not working right yet. We've got to make sure it's backwards compatible with older technology. You know, and it's difficult. It is. This is why, you know, like everyone slagged off Hello Games, or whatever they were called, when they made No Man's Sky. But look at that now. It's got 10 times the features that were ever suggested it may have. There's a really good video about it, actually, by the internet historian called The Engoodening of No Man's Sky. And it's a brilliant, kind of quite neutral kind of documentary piece on it. It's really good. Right, looks like we're gonna step, and I've just got to figure out where the dude is. You know, you can talk to him from a few meters away. You don't need to stand on top of him with pets. Like that. Oh my God, that's annoying when people do this. You don't need to be right next to him to talk to him. I would like authorization to enter this. Here you are. There you go. Give him the thing. I accept the mission. Please give me access. And finally, goodbye. Okay, we should be good to go. I always have a brief, like, when I click the lift button and there's a pause, I'm like, oh God, did I screw it up? Mainly because I have in the past. As far as I know, not ever if you had an account, but not sure. You can play your old tunes, Rello, but you can't have a house or access to the bank except to take things out. Ah. I've not tried much. I mean, I had a good time there back in '98, but not triggering anymore. Yeah, that's a little while ago. You know. Ooh, daylight's back in a bit. Time for roast beef. Hopefully we're still going when you get back. Depends how much beef you're going to have. Oh, nom. Yep. Yeah, we don't get much of it in this house. Unfortunately, Mrs. Callis too does not like dark meat. Her being a qualified butcher as well, she can look at a piece of meat in plastic and tell you exactly where it's come from. And given, you know, a side of beef, she could turn it into freezer full of chops and steaks and, you know, ribs and everything without any real problems. But she doesn't like eating it. So we almost never have it. When we get it, it's like she's having something completely different. So every time we go out to eat, I'm always like, have you got any lamb? Any steak on the menu? It's like, yeah. Tron, been lucky and not messed up entering Sec 42 yet. Oh, I did. Someone from Storm was saying, where the hell is this guy I need to talk to? He'd never done it. And I was like, oh, and I was mid-conversation with the guy. And I closed out the conversation and ran to go and get him from where he was and came back. And of course, I'd just screwed it, hadn't I? I was locked out and I couldn't get the authorization off him. So I was just done. Had to wait like 4 hours before I could try again, you know, so it was like, you're done. Yeah, what's annoying is pretty much every other quest and mission and dialogue thing that you come across in the game, you don't actually need to click goodbye. But this guy, you better. It's nuts. I'm still hoping Zinzig turns up. So you can see the t-shirt he sent me. But I got a feeling maybe he won't. He wants the respect of a full conversation if you want to enter Sector 42, yeah. I've said it on other videos as well. Do not skip any part of this. And make sure you click goodbye. Oh yeah, I was going to get the lens, wasn't I? Make the Keeper aura even better. We're west, are we? Okie dokie. Yeah, it's always pretty cool, this raid. I just get ×2 bloodless for Keeper Aura. I would definitely put them on my doctor first. I think most people would, but yeah. Yeah, if you've never tried SOTA, you can have a really good time just playing all of the, you know, the Imperial and Jedi. Well, you've got two distinct Sith classes, two Jedi classes which are similar. One's more of a magic user or healer, and one's like straight ahead, you know, lightsabers. One variant from that is kind of a tank, and then the other one's DPS. But you make that choice as you're playing through the single player part of it. And then you've got different ranged classes, which I don't remember as well. I never mained them. But the best story I played through, and some of the most fun I had, was the Imperial Agent. Because it was so varied. You could use melee and ranged at will. You know, mid-fight kind of thing. It was really good. And the storyline was really good as well. You know, lots of little plot twists and things like that. Well voice acted and, you know, everything else. How many people are in the Raid for All? 22. That's pretty good. Should be enough. Emps in the other raid groups apparently suck because everyone keeps asking me for buffs. Oh, There's an impressive amount of people here. There's plenty of people in the game that want to play. And I guarantee you, virtually nobody is boxing down here. These are all like individual characters. It's not a raid that... I mean, you probably can box it to a certain degree, but I'm not seeing any obvious ones. You always tell everyone's stacked on the same pixel. Doesn't look like it, though. Oh, and Tara spawned. $27 with Hodor, similar with the light. Like 75 total. Okay, we've got different callers. Great. Tell HodorRaid callers. Oh god, you typoed. You've got to be careful because with Raid for All we've got mixed raid groups, so I'm accidentally, you know, I don't want to doing that. Try again. Tell HodorRaid callers. There we go. No, I've missed off the first thing. Okay, that got it. Whoa, choppy frame rate. Target is not in a fight. Okay. Once we branch out to our side, it's going to be a bit easier. West is often boxed. Is it? I've got the crit aura from an Advi somewhere. I think he's on the lead. Alien cocoons. Which one's west? I know I've done it. I just can't remember what goes on there. Yeah, now we've split up. The calling's getting a bit smoother because obviously the callers are trying to tab and mouse target, and you got mixed side is kind of difficult. This is the Sector 28 boss. Ah, right. Should be okay, as long as the coordination works out. You know, I remember the one time we did this, and we did it on stream as well, where the timer ran out in here because one side the enforcer just kept killing the tower. They're like, no, stop at one boobel, or something, and it just kept going wrong, and eventually, like, we literally ran out of time. It just kills everyone inside the instance. Trying to stand right next to the tank. Then I know I'm in the right place. Kill all the things. Doing okay here. We have much damage. I can show you the load on the system. It ain't much actually. When you look, GPU is at 20 to 30%, CPU about the same. Despite how busy everything is, the frame rate has lowered, but it's really not pushing the system at all hard. I'm using DG Voodoo as well, so we do get better frame rate in places like this with it. Because I'm now literally running in DX11, which, okay, it's using a wrapper and, you know, but it is better. And the further in we go, the less people we have around us. Or, you know, in the visible vicinity, etc. So it does kind of work out. Chances of getting anything very slim tonight. But, you know, that's not the whole reason I come to these raids. It's nice to get stuff, but also it's nice to do these raids. Fence incoming. Darwin alert. Clicking. Checking. Okay, you're good. Do not step past the fence until you've triple checked for the buff. I can see it. I knows my buff, so I know it's there. I'm going to bid. Oh, I won't bid it. Well, you can outbid me anyway, I think so. I don't think I've got 9k in points yet. So I don't think I could outbid you anyway. Even if I tried, you would still beat me. Thank you, whoever used search. Now we can see the bloody snares. And I still managed. I think the snare, I'm convinced if someone else goes over it and you're too close to them, it hits you as well. Anyone can bid from just 1 point. Well, they can bid. They're just not going to get very far. Is this the same as the snares in the other? Like, you can't get rid of the bugger. I'm running. I'm just not running very quickly. Yeah, you can bid with 1 point, but you'd have to be the first person bidding for that bid to be visible. I don't think I've got nearly enough points at this point. 8,970. I didn't get any from Pandemonium. But, you know, that's okay. I did come halfway through the raid, so... Yeah, the embalmer. Enjoy my buffs, everybody. There's not a lot else for me to do on the keeper at this point, apart from run away! The thing is, I'm less fearful of Seekers in here because I've been desensitized to them thanks to the loving affections of Space Quest, who likes to send thousands of them at me in alien events. And you've got 4 or 5 of them chasing after you through nascents. Yeah. Focus on ads and the smaller cocoons during the boss fight. If you see ads nearby and you are shooting the boss instead of the ads, then you really need to reconsider if this is something for you. Okay, point made. Yay, the snare's gone. Yeah, I just use the assist macro and dig in. Yeah, when you've been killed by Sector 42 Seekers a couple of dozen times, it's not nearly as bad. You kind of get used to the death, except it's a bit of a, like, at least there you can come running back. Here, no can do. You don't have long to enter after talking to the guy. Even less time to get through all the ads. No. The pat is right next to us, isn't it? Somewhere. Yeah, I'm not having to adjust the screen brightness at all now. Apparently we're taking down the patroller. Oh, I'm cocooned. Help me. Yay, thank you everybody. Reaper, die. God, you eat fast. I'm back with roast beef in my belly. Mind you, it's been about 10 minutes, isn't it? Yeah, I'd love a roast beef Sunday dinner. Just don't get me one in this house, because the thing is, to make a decent roast beef you need a proper roast beef joint meat, cook it for 4 hours in the oven, you know, the whole 9 yards, and it's like there's one person that wouldn't eat it, so it kind of ends up with beef sandwiches for the rest of the week. Mind you, that said, I really like that about Christmas, you know. One of my favourite things is the turkey sandwiches after, you know, 3 or 4 days after Christmas. It was all cooked and ready to go. I live next door to my parents. Oh, that's pretty handy. We look after each other and not bother each other. We seem to be doing rather well, everybody. Yes, we do. Oh no, I think somebody just crashed. ATL left the group. Yeah. Pretty sure that's someone going link there. Poor bugger. The amount of ads you do get though is kind of nuts in here, but it is the end game alien playfield still, so you know. He has stuff coming in over here. So everybody running to this direction was like, don't we normally go stand up the thing? What's going on? You can see Savik there on can't pronounce Savik's two names. Yeah, when they hit 70. I know exactly what you're saying, my dude. Yeah, we're just over the road from well, technically it's 2 roads away, but if I hop over the back wall, I can just run to their house in like less than 30 seconds. So. And I have done on occasion as well. You know, Enid, you know, mother-in-law has toppled over. Can you come and lift her? You know, like, yeah. In fact, I did it once on stream, and I came back, and I didn't get my back straight before I lifted her up. And I was like, oh no, you know, I haven't damaged my back. I just pulled some muscle up. You know, so I was like, no, you know so much better than that, you know. You're a good son, Daylight. I get the free roast beef dinners. Yeah, there's always a payoff. I'd give anything for one of my mum's roast beef dinners. But you know, she's been in the ground for 10 years, nearly. So, you know, is what it is. Even though we didn't really get on, I did love her food. She had like all of Carrier's Kitchen's cookbooks, hundreds of them, hundreds of cookbooks, really old stuff, you know, as well. Everything she made was really good, but it tended to be very salty. But oh yeah, it was nice. But she would think nothing of getting a plate, and she'd get like 2 of the small pork pies, you know, like those ones you get like 4 in a pack. She'd get like 2 of those, cut them into quarters, get a tomato, cut that into however many pieces, a couple of pickled onions, chop all them up, put them on a plate, and then just cover them in table salt and just sit there and eat that for lunch. I was like, Mom, you eat way too much salt. So we are fast approaching the countdown. Will it fly first time? Or will we need to do it again? And Larry just make her ass wet. Ooh. Need to wait. Yes. What happens with this raid, if for those watching that maybe don't know, is that each of the 3 bosses have to be spawned at the same time. So you got tower there, tower there. So all 3 have to be coordinated, all taken down within a few seconds of each other. The same as going through Pyramid of Home with the portal bosses there. North had an accident. Oh, have they killed the tower? Oh. Floor tank, if you kiss my ass, I promise you get advance warning for all auctions and can get that first definitive bid. You might not win, but you get to bid first. North has had an accident. Oh dear. What happened in North? Yeah, if they've wiped, it's kind of a bust. We'd have to try and split one of the other raid groups, or get the other two raid groups to give up X number of people and get them into the area and try and do it that way, which is kind of risky, to say the least. Not impossible, but, you know, pretty tricky. In fact, if they did wipe, then... I mean, it can be done. It can be done. But it is difficult. And we're on the clock. You know, so... I don't know if you can see how long you've got in here. Yeah. The recall beacon. It's not that, is it? If you are not already returned after a certain amount of time, the unicorn will automatically retrieve you from the front lines. 1 hour 20, yeah. Recall beacon, nano cost 0. 1 NCU cost 40. Medical stacking order duration 1 hour 30. Yeah, what was the one that we wiped on? You know, when whatever side kept killing the tower too quickly. You know, or not leaving it on a couple of bars, or so, I can't remember. Something like that was going on. So we were all here wondering what to do next after umpteen tries, and then you get this like global message would come up and just say, "You've been in the instance so long, the aliens have yada yada, you know, regrouped and have sent down an orbital strike on the playfield," and just like the whole raid died. It was like, shame, shame, shame. Oh, while we're waiting, cool thing I watched on, I think it was Amazon Prime, a couple of nights back. I'm not sure that I've mentioned it, so apologies if I have, but to everyone else that's here in the chat, was Recall, a new movie on Netflix. It's kind of cheesy, but it's pretty good. I watched it like, hey, a couple of beers, maybe I'll enjoy it. And I actually did. It's kind of like the Groundhog Day sort of idea, but it does do its own thing. I mean, maybe I'm biased because Groundhog Day is probably one of my top 5 all-time favourite movies. Definitely. And if you haven't seen Groundhog Day, go and watch it now. Or maybe after the stream, you know, whatever. If the weather was still nice, I'd probably trim this beard down again, but... What? People are just talking twaddle now in chat, I think. At this point, I'm not sure I blame them. Yeah, it's still light enough on the... I think it was 39 degrees here today. Wow. If that's centigrade, that's pretty toasty. Now, I don't know what kind of humidity you've got, but yeah, humidity's really high in the UK. We're a nation of dampness, basically, especially by the coast in Wales. You're pretty much guaranteed 100% humidity any day of the week. You know, I think the only time it gets lower, much lower, is when it's frosty. You know, when we get down to sort of -4, 5, 10, then you definitely you kind of go, oh, none of my joints are aching. No Londis tonight, though, I notice. Oh, sorry. Could be busy, could be tired, could be doing something completely different. We will see. Any word on North? I'm not there. Tron, you're there, are you? He's in org chat. I don't think he's joined the stream. I don't think he's on. Not seeing him in, but he could be lurking. Could be in lurk mode. Eek, my fiber internet is having a seizure. Uh-oh. Are you heading for a food coma as well? I always get those after a big heavy meal. Like, I'm going to shut my eyes for 10 minutes, like 2 hours later. Oh, what did I do that for? Yeah, we've got like almost fibre. So it's fibre from, we've got copper, twisted copper pair from food coma started. Check. Yeah, it gets worse the older you get that. All that blood moving to the lower intestines. Or the small intestine. I don't know. You're the medic. You tell me. Whatever it is, yeah. Oh, connections error. Oh, dear. Yeah, our broadband they have fibre up to a cabinet, which is like a few hundred metres from the end of a bit more than a few hundred, probably 500. Half a click from the end of our road. And then from that cabinet to our house is twisted pair copper wire. So we only get like, I think the max connection you can have is 80 and 20 up. 80 down, 20 up meg. And we get 77, which is pretty good actually. Out of the whole maximum. So, not complaining about that. I must have bashed my head or something. Oh. Tara is no longer immortal. Kill it with fire. So is North okay? What's happening with North? Inquiring minds want to know. No word at all, no? Hopefully getting things together. Just had my game and stream shut down. Connection error. Oh dear. Yeah, the US fibre is not like UK. It's like if you live in a certain area, you can only get your fibre from whichever company has the monopoly in that area. Whereas the UK followed suit with Europe and said, no, internet is a commodity. You can't, have a monopoly controlling it. So the way they've done it is, one company services and owns the exchanges, and then dozens of companies can offer you broadband from them, which brings the price down and gets competition, so you end up getting better and better broadband for less and less money. Which is kind of cool, really. Oh, to have the arms I had 20 years ago. I wonder what org got the first Sector 242 clear. I don't think it was Storm, although we did clear it a few times. I don't think they did it first. But that was back when you logged in, there would be 60 people online in Guild. Quite a few of them do pop back now and again to say hi, but you've got to remember that, you know, back then, you know, they didn't have kids, they didn't have mortgages. And oh yeah, just Storm on their own. Used to do Pandemonium, every alien sector, and eventually Sector 42. There was a lot of infighting over getting the ACDCs. Like, due to the ACDC he's got on his character is from a Storm-only raid. But Storm was just way busier then. That was back when the leadership was mostly... I wasn't really involved. It was Dark Willow and Vought were running things with their two mains. They were really good as well. Really good guild leaders. It's a wipe for North now. Oh dear. Well, it can happen, dude. Don't feel too bad about it. Yeah, apparently. I'm sure the raid leaders here have been informed. I don't need to tell them. Keeper Yumi Himi wiped. Did it wipe, yeah? Tron saying it's a wipe for North. Oop, someone just linked dead, I think, or... Not sure. It could be a bust. Because you don't get the spawn unless you take them all down. I don't know if we've got enough people to get other people into North in time. Maybe. Looks like we're reforming. Yeah, I need another enforcer who knows what they're doing, hopefully. Like has done a boss here as well. Docalypse is in charge here. I'm going to have to use the soldier as a tank. Okay. Follow me north in Team 1 and 2. Okay, I'm in Team 2. We're heading north, guys. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. The rest of Team 2 don't seem to have picked up on the fact that we're moving. She said Team 1 and 2, so... There was a lag spike at the fence, so we lost Doc and 4 members. Oh, crap. Yeah, that does happen occasionally. We're gonna have fun doing this. For glory or honor. Death or glory. Yeah, I saw a lag spike kill Savik at one of the regular sectors once. 1 minute she was stood next to me, the next minute she just warped into the fence. Really weird. Killing everything I can. There's no clicky on this side, is there? Yes, there is. Okay, who didn't realise there was a terminal clicky on this side? Oh dear. Can everyone see what's going on stream? It's quite dark where we are now. Yeah, definitely feeling a little bit of lag even now. And there's not that much going on, but between me making a key press and the character doing things, it's yeah. I was nowhere near that. Oh, damn it. Come on. Push. We've got a long way to go. Yeah, so North was up against it from the fence really then. You lost 4 key players and what have you then, yeah. Pretty tough going. We might wipe just trying to get there, but I don't think we will. Just up against time now. Get there, get the spawn done, and get the boss down. Yeah. Because, I mean, even if we die, we'll have made it happen for the other 2 sides, so I consider that a victory. We can do enough to spawn the boss, even if we can't take him, we will have done our job. Taking one for the team. Sometimes you got to do it. You know, there's 40 other people that want to get the raid done. If we die trying, we die trying. All we got to do is spawn the boss on time. That's our job. If we get damned lucky, if we get really lucky with the amount of bodies we've got and actually take the boss out, then hell yeah. But that's not why I'm happy to go. I pressed fight, bloody fight, 2. Yeah. Yeah, we're the Z team, guys. We are the Expendables. Lagged on fence, lost dot, plus went back to get them, reformed, started again, didn't make it. Yeah, well, It's tough, my friend. It is designed to be a difficult raid, you know? If it was easy, everyone would have an AC/DC. They don't. We're going to snare and run. It's going to give us more time, isn't it? If we snare and run. Will they carry on following, or? I'm not sure Floor Tank's aware of the plan there. I'm just spamming all the defense and heals that I can. Yeah, fence will get you every time with lag. If they took the fences out of here, I think there'd be a lot more successful raids, because that does happen quite often. You know, you bring a bunch of people so you can make it. Trying to catch you there, bud. Trying to get these bloody cocoons on the ground here, but it's damn hard to tab them. Oh, someone just died. Did we lose Floor Tank? We got two different plans going on here. One is... No, I'm down. And I'm spinning. I'm spinning my way down. No, I think what went wrong there was half of the little raid force was trying to fight their way through, and the other half was trying to snare and run. You can't do both. That's me done. Cue sad music. A little bit. Snaring didn't take into account the cocoons. Yeah, we weren't stopping to save people. Yeah, that's done ski, I think. I don't think you can get back from that. You can't get back in, I know that. Come on, give me my res. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it was pretty close. If we'd have just stuck with the one plan, might have made it. But we started trying to do two different things, kind of instinctively, I guess, but yeah. Can't get back in with this tune. I could try get back in with a different tune, but it'd be bloody hard. The guy's gone. What, the unicorn? I didn't know he despawned. He's going on a break after he gives clearance and people enter. Really? I didn't know he did that. For about 45 minutes he disappears. Oh, right. Things you learn about AO even after 20 years of playing it. Yeah, I'm never giving it a thought because it's always been, we get there, we form up, talk to the guy, you know, and then we're done. And you don't see him again until the next time you go and do the raid. Because I can't remember a time where I've turned up there and he's not been there, you know? And the 45 minutes is probably... Yeah, see, my clearance buff or whatever has gone, but that's still running. So it won't let me go back in, even if I try. I'll show you. It just says stuff like, you do not have the clearance. Yeah, the quick way down there as well is... He's gone off for his tea break, has he? Yep, he's gone. You can't talk to him, not that I could anyway, but now he's gone. It's like, you must have unicorn authorization running, and you don't get it until you talk to the guy. So, yeah. I keep hitting the enter key accidentally. It's so annoying. The reason Raid for All also tried to join us since their Sector 42 raid got delayed, since the HodorRaid line got delayed. Oh, yeah. It's like causing a traffic jam. Yep, and he just said in chat there, even if we had died on the boss, it would have been worth getting there and making the spawn happen for the other side, so I'm fine with dying while trying. It was a warrior's death. Been watching too much Star Trek. I think I'm a Klingon. Yeah. Best of luck, folks. It happens. It would be boring if it was exactly the same thing, week in, week out, wouldn't it? You know, there's a bit of drama and a bit of excitement and, you know. And I don't mean drama as in people having a hissy fit and crying and calling names. No, I mean drama as in, you know. You don't get any points. I think is how it works. Like if we'd have died on the boss but managed to get it to spawn, we'd have got points. You get so many points for killing the, you know, the sector type boss that spawns there, kind of thing, and then yeah. Excuse me, I'm getting hoarse as well. Well, where are we on? 9 o'clock now. So I don't know. Is anybody else streaming Anarchy online? Could maybe. Yes, Twitch. I know I am streaming. Why does it have to tell me? There's a Cohen is here is streaming. We could go raid him, if you like. Do you want to go raid him or go for some random channel? Has anyone got a suggested channel? Could maybe go raid them. Nope. I guess Cohen is here then. He's the only other person I know of who's streaming currently. Noob Leet a lot. A massive artillery strike from the alien mothership has resulted in your death. Is that just happened now? Oh my god. That's not good. Playfield nuked. Ah, damn it. Thanks for the raids. See you next time. Right, okay. Leave. There we go. Yeah, Yumi. Oh dear, yeah. Sector 42. People go, oh, Sector 42, cars, you know. No, it can bite you in the arse if you're not paying attention, or you even make the slightest slip, or in some cases, not even that, you know. Right, we go raid. Cohen is here. He's streaming away. I have no idea. I haven't got the audio on. But he is playing. So we'll go do that. Thank you everyone for coming along to the stream. Sorry we didn't get a victory in the end, but I did enjoy the stream. I enjoyed the fight as well. I'd have loved it if we could have got the boss to spawn, even if he'd have killed us, because it would just been awesome for everybody else. So, you know, I'd have been like, yes. It would have felt like more of a win, you know. Right, so we've got 40 people, 31 viewers are ready to raid. Cohen is here. What about the other 9? Are you done for the evening? Do you not like Cohen? Are you going to see Cohen? No? Okay, fair enough. Right, okay, well, thank you, everyone. I will be back. Maybe, I might not do the Monday stream. That's kind of up in the air at the moment. Wednesday, almost certainly. Monday, if I can. And I will just say bye for now. So bye for now.